Big up Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson warns Anthony Joshua that he can't afford to telegraph his punches with Tyson Fury. Sound advice. Drop your comments, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button. Spray all the good stuff across the channel. 2021, let's do it on KO Boxing Vibe. This is the zone for boxing news, boxing commentary, post-fight reaction. Drop your comments, guys, on this one, man. Mike Tyson warns Anthony Joshua he can't afford to telegraph his punches with Tyson Fury. Where's his comment on it? Because boxing scene, always keep it short and concise, no wasting time. You know, I don't like these articles where there's too much text. Just give me the information I'm looking for. Let's jump into it, man. Mike Tyson says it's very interesting. Joshua's a masterful puncher, but you can see his punches coming from. You can see his punches coming. He telegraphs his punches. Mike Tyson told Eddie Hearn on his BBC podcast. Obviously, Eddie Hearn's on the BBC with his pod now. Big up Eddie Hearn, you know, getting his little following here and there. Mike Tyson also said that's just a recipe for disaster if you're fighting Tyson Fury and you're telegraphing your punches to a guy who's 6'7". Come on. And Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson is 6'7". Tyson Fury is 6'9". He ain't even 6'7". Deontay is 6'7". Mike Tyson 6'9". Listen, we saw what happened with Deontay Wilder when you telegraph your punches, you know, and as fit and as athletic as Deontay Wilder was, the guy was gassed. Gassed was Deontay Wilder in the first fight, you know, as it was going through the rounds from like round 7 onwards. Deontay was gone. He was tired. He couldn't sustain an attack. He dropped Tyson Fury in round 12. Had no energy in the tank. You know, to to unload on Tyson Fury. And if you're telegraphing your punches against Tyson Fury and they're not landing, frustration comes through and you start throwing shots. You start to gas. And when you've seen Anthony Joshua throw shots, you know, and gas out, you know, people are talking about Anthony Joshua's looking fit now. But we haven't seen Anthony Joshua literally try and empty the tank or literally throw haymakers and throw manners of shots. You know, is Anthony Joshua going to be smart? Not telegraph the punches, not use too much volume against Tyson Fury, because we've seen what happens with Tyson Fury. You know, we see now that he's offensively much better. Defensively, we know what Tyson Fury is capable of. And as Mike Tyson said, the worst thing you can do is telegraph your punches against Tyson, because they're not going to land. If you telegraph your punches against this Gypsy King, they're not landing. It's as simple as that. Ask Deontay Wilder. Ask Tom Schwartz. Ask Vladimir Klitschko. It's not going to happen. You're not going to land no shots. Nothing's going to happen. You're going to be there getting frustrated, getting tired, you know, and you're going to be trying to unload, especially when it gets later in the fight. You feel like the fight is getting away from you. You start to unload shots that are not really landing. You need to be, you know, to beat Tyson Fury, especially, you know, you have to be sophisticated. You have to disguise your shots. You have to, just be disguising the shots, man. You can't, you know, come in there being predictable, you know. And Tyson Fury seems to have the ability now to bring punishment if you make the mistake. You know, looking at what he did to Deontay Wilder, obviously people say, Anthony Joshua ain't Deontay Wilder. Listen, this is heavyweight boxing. We saw the punishment that was inflicted on Deontay Wilder, where he feels like what he's doing isn't working. If what you're doing ain't working, you know, how do you mentally survive? You know, Anthony Joshua's tools is to be sophisticated with his hooks, be sophisticated with his uppercut, and don't be, you know, bait, like we like to say out here in the UK. Don't be obvious with what you're doing. Don't telegraph things, man. Don't make it clear, you know, that you're trying to just land a big right hand or land it up, because it's not going to land on Tyson Fury, man. So, you know, just a quick one, man. I saw the article. I said, let me jump onto this one. Mike Tyson saying Anthony Joshua can't afford to telegraph his punches to Fury, and obviously he can't. So let's see what happens, man. Obviously Eddie Hearn talking about June, you know, June this year, 2021, maybe out there in Saudi. Let's see what happens, man. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Do you agree with Mike Tyson that Anthony Joshua can't afford to telegraph his punches with Tyson Fury? Because I agree with him, man. We've seen previous fighters struggle and get frustrated, you know, when they can't unload the shots, their shots aren't landing. Tyson Fury 6'9". You saw with Deontay Wilder slipping shots, riding back from shots, and Anthony Joshua is 6'6". Deontay Wilder is 6'7". Tyson Fury's got a massive height advantage over Anthony Joshua. He's seeing these shots from a mile away, but You know, Anthony Joshua, I believe he has the tools, more tools to beat Tyson Fury than someone like Deontay Wilder. He's better on the inside. He's technically more sophisticated, like I've said on my previous videos. Better hooks, better right hands, better uppercuts. He's got more tools in his arsenal, you know, to, you know, cause Tyson Fury some problems. So Tyson Fury's got more to think about with AJ. He's not just some guy's gonna come in there and try and throw a big right hand. He's got more tools, man. Open that toolbox, throw big shots, potentially lay out Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury obviously has got confidence. He's got ironed out by Deontay, got off the canvas, but it's gonna be a massive fight when these two guys fight, man. Undisputed. Let's see what happens, man. The WBO seems to have sorted out the Usyk thing. Let's see what happens there. But drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Like, subscribe, share the video. Let me see what you guys think, man. Cool.